Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
In the year 247, in the age of judges, Vartan was summoned home after the death of his father. Upon his return, Vartan discovered something evil festering beneath the city of Eterno. With the help of some very unlikely allies, Vartan works to uncover the mysteries of his hometown and put an end to the nightmares that plague his people. Welcome to Ethereal Embrace. I'm Baya, and my gods am I glad I wore my running shoes down to this demon portal. I really hope we make it out of this alive.
Day 4. In the 3rd level of the 9 Hells.
So you guys are still moving down the hallway. You make it around the corner. You still have a little ways to go. The Hoard's still barreling after you, but you've put some good space between you, and you've got some good... Once you round the corner, you feel like you've got a little bit of time. Still a little ways ahead of you, though. You see Winter, and she's leading the path. Just as she's coming up toward the next intersection, 3 Zill jump out and take her. 2 of them bite right at her neck and at her torso, and the 3rd starts going for her leg. Dove Sean, who's there and a very capable warrior, unsheathes her sword and just goes to town and kills these 3 Zill swiftly after shoving Tormund down on the ground to keep him out of harm's way. Kills these 3 Zill really quickly, dispatches them, but Winter is dead on the ground, leaving Dove Sean to try and figure out where she left the markings and what direction to go next. The Horde outside of that, because they don't have the speed boost and because they got exploded 3 times, are a little ways behind you, but they are sprinting to catch up.
I'm, of course, going to summon the spear back. Everything is ranged, right?
Yeah, at this point. There are no more that have broken through the doors yet.
Okay, well, I was going to say I want to ready attacks in case something comes up in front of us.
Okay.
I want to ready both of my actions as spear attacks.
Okay. And you easily, at this point, are catching up with Tormund and Sean because he had to get back up off the ground. Sean had to fight those 3 Zill, so when they had a good gap between you and them, but you've made it back and you've closed that gap and you're pretty close to them again.
Okay. All right.
And the doves, unless you have a specific direction that you would like to give the doves, they're going to start to not fall back, but like ready their actions to shoot bows backward at the Horde once they round that corner. So they're kind of taking the back end of the fight, unless you have something different you want to tell them to do.
No, that's exactly what I would have them do.
So they're bringing up the rear at this point. And Baya.
Baya's going to yell at Tormund, "Can't you revive them or something?"
Let me see what I can do. And he gets down and attempts to heal Winter.
And she's going to fireball and 30 fire damage. Just one finger gun this time. This is for Winter and Amethyst. We just want to leave.
I'm probably not going to take an action. I do think that I'm going to go ahead and go to where the Robin is and help protect him while he's trying to revive Winter. So I'm just going to kind of take up a defensive position with my crossbow out.
Okay. All right, so we'll say you and Vartan are ready to your action for if anything happens. And he does heal Winter. He stabilizes her. So the healing around her neck knits the stuff back together, but he cannot heal enough to heal her chest. And she's got a big gash along her face, so she's blinded in one eye. She's pretty much knocked unconscious, though. So Dove Sean attempts to lift Winter up, and Dove Shawl goes to try and help. And just then, the horde busts through the smoke that Baya left behind again, sprinting back at you. But 3 more creatures from in front of you bust out of the hallway that you're heading down. So you're looking at an intersection. You need to take a right to get back to the portal room. You are getting so close. But where you would take a right, you see 3 more running at you from straight ahead from the other hallway. So they're coming directly at you. So you can use your actions if you want now to make your attacks.
How far away are they?
25 feet. There was no light up there because Winter hadn't gotten up that far.
Okay, so I can run there. Like, I can go for my defensive spot and just run towards them and
Yeah.
get within melee range. Yep. All right. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna use the spear. That's 13 damage for the first one, and 9 damage for the second one. All right, so the first one I'm going after is a Zill, and I'm leaping up in the air and just like jamming that spear directly into the weak spot, and then I'm going to pull it up, and there's a chasm there, and I'm just going to and like stab through its head all the way, pull it out as it falls to the ground.
Very cool. All right.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and fire my crossbow at the third one. 8 damage.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and fire one more time at it. 11 damage.
Okay.
All right, so I aimed both of those. Since aiming at the head at the last chasm worked so well, I went ahead and aimed at the head again, aiming for the eye with both of the arrows, so they both go through the same eye. Just for good measure.
Very cool. From the back, the horde is charging forward, and make perception rolls really quick.
5.
15.
23.
So Vartan and Moragan saw it because you ran past the intersection to attack those creatures that were coming toward you. Baya didn't see it, focused on other things. But you do notice there's a good chunk of creatures in front of the portal gate at this point. Not going through, but standing between you and them. And it is Vartan's turn.
And that's dead in front of us, right?
Yeah, it's down the hallway. It's like 90 feet down this last hallway toward the portal entryway.
Okay, well, I'm going to close that gap to 60 feet. And I'm just like javelin Olympian, like running and chunking that spear towards them as hard as I can. That is 64 damage. Is there anything left after that at the portal?
Oh yeah, they're coming from the doorways that were in that hallway, coming out toward you.
Okay, so they're just pouring out at the doorways in front of us.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fight through, essentially.
Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna summon it back yet, but I am going to then take my Warhammer out with my free action, and I am going to try and like barrel through them, impaling them with my tip of my hammer. That is a nat 20.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be 20 damage.
All right. It's the Dove's turn, and Dove Sean is carrying Dove Winter and pushing Tormund ahead of her, following you, Vartan.
Yeah, I want to be like, I'm trying to impale them and like creating a path.
Yep. And they're trying to follow right in the wake of your path.
All right.
And Kelbraid is giving them cover, and Shawl is giving them cover, trying to slice back and forth. But a creature reaches out one of the Zill reach out and slice Kelbraid's thigh.
How far away from them how far away from me are they? I don't know if I said that right.
Maybe 15 feet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So if you imagine it's kind of a wedge, you're in front pushing through these creatures. On the left and the right, behind you, a little ways behind, 15 feet behind is Dove Shawl and Dove Kelbraid. And then in between them is Dove Sean carrying Winter and pushing forward Tormund. Okay. And so she gets her thigh slashed, but, I mean, she's still moving. She kills the creature that slashed her thigh. And Shull gets a stinger jammed into her left arm while she's running. And again, she too kills the creature that stung her, but both of them are wounded as they are leaving and making a wake toward the portal. And it is Baya's turn.
Is Vartan directly in the horde of guys up front there?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So if I fireball, I'll hit Vartan.
You can aim after me.
You could probably fireball in front of him. Considering.
Thin out the horde.
Yeah, you think I could run up to be right at Vartan and cast fireball in to the right?
I think you could probably cast it in front of him to the right of him, farther than what you can see. Like, cast it up way ahead toward, like, the corner, almost to the wall where the portal is.
Okay. Yeah, I do that then. All right, 27 fire damage.
That is going to do it.
Yeah.
Baya runs up right on top of Vartan, basically. And she points her guns on either side of him and goes pew pew. And just you hear just a huge explosion, and she says, "Everyone this way!" And her and Vartan run through that portal.
You get through the portal. Oh. Moragan, I assume you're following?
Yes.
Moragan gets through the portal. Tormund and Winter and all of the other doves get through the portal, and you pop through on the other side.
I'm going to pick up the spear before we go through the portal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baya uses her bonus action to give to Vartan since she's right there. Get the spear.
Okay, yep. So you get the spear back. You all get through the portal. Just as you come through the portal, everyone make dexterity saves.
All right.
Are we tripping through the portal? Is there a rock in our way?
15.
I got a 7.
10.
Baya and Vartan, when you go through the portal, you immediately trip over the corpse of a Morazi that's on the ground in front of you. And you see a very scary looking Cody with his sword drawn and ready to slice through whatever walks through this portal. He holds back, but you've got him right in front of the portal, and you have Magno with her 2 daggers out on the side of the portal, ready to stab whatever comes through. And as you come through, he quickly sheathes his sword, and like you trip and fall over this body. But he sheathes his sword and like picks you up and moves you out of the way.
I want to kick the magic items.
Okay, yeah. So everyone gets through. You kick the magic items out of the way, and the magic energy stops pulsing. They were connected by wire, so when you kick the main ones, they go flying off the portal stuff, or the runes on the floor, and the portal behind you closes.
Our heroes will be right back after these messages. Hello, listeners. If you are enjoying the show and would like to take a look at a way to support the cast while getting yourself some nice perks, please consider our Patreon. We offer ad-free listening as well as this entire season if you select the binge tier or higher on our Patreon. Plus, you'll be directly supporting our cast for their work. as our team over at Creative Typo have begun to pay our voice actors for our performances. So check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Creative Typo. I would also like to give a big shout out to our executive producer from Patreon, Nick Mead. Thank you, Mead. We truly appreciate your support. Now, back to the town of Eterno.
We did it. We got the spear.
Yeah, we did. But I lost some people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
No.
It would have been more if it weren't for you, Tormund.
Dove's shawl falls to the ground and starts spewing at the mouth because she's been poisoned by that stinger. So Tormund, who looked at you for a second, charges over and begins healing her from the poison that is now coursing through her veins. Mm-hmm. And Kelbraid is trying to wrap her leg wound, but Tormund's like, I'll be with you in a moment. Just hold on. Hold on.
Moragan's going to go over to Kelbraid and cast Cure Wounds.
Oh my god, Moragan could do that this whole time.
Yes. I've done it once. I mean,
we haven't
it's
been
probably
fighting.
enough to... Yeah, we've been yip-yapping. So I heal her for 2 points.
All of a sudden, you start to see the magic items that you guys are wearing. The magic energy starts getting drawn back toward the portal runes on the floor again.
Get everything away. Get it out of here. Get into... I forgot the name of that room.
The Rave Cave?
Yeah,
Rave
get to the Rave Cave.
Yeah.
Get all the magic items away.
Yeah, we need to get out of this room.
All right, so you pick people up and you start dragging them to the Rave Cave. Most the party, except for you guys, is pretty beaten up, and except for Tormund. And Cody says, how do you expect to get back from here? Do you have another one of those portal things?
Oh, we could take the sewer.
Okay. You want to take the sewer.
I mean, it's the only way out.
I have a teleportation circle in my inn. Give me 10 minutes and I can put together a ritual to get us there.
All right, that works. I mean, or we could climb down the well, and that would get us out of here.
Your call. You tell me what you want to
mean-
do. Do you want to find where that well goes?
Well, I think the teleportation circle would probably be the best, right, Vartan? Since we have wounded.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the wounded
we gotta
people
get them out of
can't
here
go through the
fast.
sewer.
And they can't climb down a giant rope to
It would take a lot
sewer.
of time to fashion something, yeah.
All right, so he gets to work. He didn't have that spell prepared, so he legitimately has to do the ritual, the whole 10-minute ritual to do the teleportation back to the inn. But you guys do teleport back to the inn, and he creates the teleportation circle. This isn't like the other teleportation or the portals. When he creates it, you can actually see the room that it shows up in, and it looks like a broom closet. So he puts the portal down, and he says, 1 second, and he goes through the portal, opens the door from the inside, and opens it out into the hallway on the second floor of the inn. And he says, all right, come on. And then after a moment, as people start taking the injured through the portal, you hear him say, oh my god, what is happening? And he takes off out of view of the portal.
Oh, shit.
In his bar or in the cave?
In the bar. He's in the bar.
Okay.
On the second floor, so he's like where their rooms are.
Okay.
Man, what's going on
So
now?
we're all through the portal now?
Yeah. You all go
Okay.
through the portal? Okay. I didn't want to speak for you. All right, so you all go through the portal, and you, I assume, look in the direction that he was looking when he said that?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so you go through the portal, through this broom closet, which you've never really been in before, but through the broom closet, and you look off to your right, and you see that there's a big window at the end of this hallway that kind of looks out toward the church, toward the Temple of the 12 and a few other places, which is also the direction of Vartan's house. And you can see that there is a giant fire blazing, and the whole house, it looks like, is up in flames. You can't get a direct sight on it because there's the Temple of the 12 in the way. The building is in the way. But you can see flames shooting up toward the sky. You can see the lights that give that flickering sensation. Vartan's house is on fire.
We start running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you beeline it toward Vartan's house. You get past the Temple of the 12. You get there. You can see the whole house is ablaze. Luckily, the barn's not attached, and the barn does not seem to be burning, which is good, considering there are horses in there, a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
But the house itself is completely up in flames. Give me a perception check as you run closer. DC 15.
12.
That's a dirty 20.
5.
All right, so Vartan, as you all are running up, the lights are, the firelight is super bright. It's very distracting. You can hear the wood, floors breaking and falling and crashing, and the inside of the house just seems to be falling apart. But Vartan, you can see movement in the barn. Just a quick movement behind. It's got one of those half doors, where you can close the top half or close the bottom half. So if you want to let the horses be able to move out of their stall or whatnot, you can keep that bottom half closed. So the top half is open, but the bottom half is closed, and you can see someone kind of duck down behind the lower half of that.
All right. Well, I'm going to run over there and be ready to attack, but I want to see who it is.
All right, just as you come over ready to attack, the firelight is shining on you. So one whole half of your furbog body is red and yellow with the glare from the fire, and the other side is completely shrouded in dark from being on the opposite side of the fire. You see Telmika hovering over the body of an unconscious Brass Cane.
Holy shit. What happened? What happened, Telmika? And I'm gonna lower my spear.
I don't know. All of a sudden there was fire, and I remembered you took Brass Cane to the basement, but I couldn't find it for a minute. So I eventually got down there, and it made me so sick. I could barely build up the strength to carry him out of there and into here. I couldn't put the fire out, though. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Telmika. Did you see anybody?
There were some hooded figures, but they didn't give us any problems when I dragged him over here. I heard them shouting at each other to find him. I assumed they were looking for you.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
You can see she's very pale looking, and there's some vomit on the ground, either from smoke inhalation, she's getting it out of her system, or possibly because she had to fight through the magic to get down to Brass Cane. Either one would have been very disorienting, but physically she doesn't seem like she's taken any injuries. She's just very shaken.
How does Brass Cane look?
He's still kind of unconscious. He's had a bit of a rough go with that poison.
Well, we can't stay here. Unfortunately, Vartan, I think your house is, a lost cause.
Oh, yeah.
But we need to get Brass Cane out of here.
Yeah.
And Telmika.
Yeah. Is there any risk of the fire spreading from the house?
No, the privilege of being very wealthy is that your mansion was outside of the city area. So luckily it's not going to spread, but your mansion is gone. All of your belongings, all of your father's books, everything.
Yep.
Moragan's going to go into the barn and let the horses out and head them towards town. Because they'll just naturally run from the fire. So I'm just going to point them in the direction of town and let them go. Just in case.
Yeah, yep. They go.
I'll definitely help with that.
I don't really have any water spells or anything to help put the fire out.
Yeah.
Well, that's where Cody comes in. So he had ran and he had started shouting over at Timorin's house, where all of the townsfolk were hiding in his big barn. Mm-hmm. And so all of the townsfolk are starting to come out, and they're drawing water pails from the well to carry over from the farm to put out the fire. But, I mean, it's going to be a lost cause, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Oh, yeah. I was more worried about it.
That's a good...
spreading if it could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess as we're finishing up getting the horses out, I'm going to look over at the other two and just be like, you think Susan got out, or... I mean, she said we couldn't hold her.
Even if she didn't get out, we know there's still cultists around here somewhere.
That is true.
If there were hooded figures...
The magic of this town's still going to power that portal.
We need Cody to destroy this
Yeah. Yep.
core.
I guess pull Cody aside. Be like, hey, Cody. What do you got? How fast can you destroy this?
I don't know that I want to yet. I need to talk to Susan first. I can't in good conscience just destroy this. That goes against everything I believe in.
All right. Well, I mean, there's nothing to salvage on the house, so I'm not too worried about that. But people do need to stay together. Safety in numbers,
Yeah, I agree.
But no, we're holding her up. She should still be there, and I guess we will find out.
Is there somewhere secure we can take Brass Cane?
I mean, my inn is all I have. Maybe one of Vartan's extra properties? I don't know.
Susan would know all of those.
I don't think there's a safe place other than with us.
Why don't we all go take Telmika and Brass Cane and we go to the temple?
Like leave him there?
No, I mean we...
I'll just go. Okay.
I think they got the house. We can come see it in the morning.
No, I meant like we need to go see Susan, don't we? Isn't she in the guard station? And I think keeping Brass Cane with us is the safest.
Not if we're going to Susan.
Yeah, not if we're going to Susan.
If we're going to see Susan, we don't want to take him with us.
If he's not with us, the cultists are going to find him.
How many of the doves are still able-bodied?
Only one of them died. Winter is recovering. Shawl is recovering from the poison. Kelbraid got her leg wrapped and a little bit of healing. She's doing all right. Dove Sean is tip-top right now. So Dove Sean, is a better warrior than you are. So, I mean, she's A-okay right now. She's perfectly fine.
Bree good?
Bree stayed with Susan.
Oh, that's right. She did. Okay, how about we do this? Let's get these two over to the temple, and Sean and Kelbraid can stay with them and defend them. I mean, even though Kelbraid is injured, it won't stop her from fighting, and Sean's better than me.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be the safest option.
Yeah, they could create a choke point down in the basement.
Yeah.
Magno says, I'll stay with them too. And she breaks away.
Oh, all right. That solves that.
You guys make it to the city guard. You walk in the door. Cody walks in first, sword drawn. He's got it in his left hand. Uses his right hand to walk in the door. He goes in. He casts light on his sword, and the whole city guard station lights up. And you can hear him say, "Oh my God, no."
All right, we follow him in.
All right, so you follow him in, and you find Judge Greystone in the cell door wide open, but he is splayed out on the floor, and his body is in that position to try and mimic the rune. And Susan and Dovbree are gone. Thank you for listening to this episode of Ethereal Embrace, a creative Typo production.
Vartan the Furbog Fighter is voiced and played by Adam Culbertson. Baya Rustin, the half-elf sorcerer, is voiced and played by Tisha. Moragan, the human monk, is voiced and played by Nari Kwak. And I am Nico, your GM. Please remember to drop us a 5-star rating and review on your favorite podcatcher. Music provided in part by Midnight Syndicate, makers of the original Dungeons & Dragons soundtrack. If you would like to support our show or any of our other shows, you can join our family of patrons at patreon.com/Creative Typo. Remember, be safe, we love you all, and stay foolish. And you see Priest Telmika cowering over the body of an unconscious of an unconscious brass cane.
Unconscious.
Unconscious.
Thank you.